So we are standing in one of 4 operating rooms here at Lakes Regional Healthcare, and this is maybe the first time, and it might be the only time you get to see an operating room. Normally as a patient, by the time you get here, you would be under anesthesia. Everything about this room is all about sterility and infection control, and I'm really proud of the things that we've done to ensure that. As you can imagine, as a patient having surgery, preventing infections is probably our primary first goal, patient safety and infection control. So a couple of things that you'll note in this room. First of all, you can't see this, but the walls are hard surface walls, and in fact those walls are made out of Corian, and that's done for a very specific reason. One, Corian has, because of its surface, has the least ability of hard surfaces to have spores or other types of bacteria attached to them. They're also fairly simple to wipe down. Second of all, those hard surface walls are important. As you can imagine, there's a lot of equipment in here. There's a lot of gurneys and other things that may bang into the wall. Any indentation in a wall would be a place where bacteria could possibly collect. And so to avoid that, we have those hard surface walls. What you won't see in here, although very important in surgery, is something called laminar flow. So your receptivity to infection is impacted by your body temperature, it's impacted by the air, it's impacted by humidity. So you really want to be able to control all of those 3 elements very precisely. So above these 4 ORs is an air handling unit that's about the size of a semi-truck that's purely responsible for laminar flow. Controls humidity precisely, controls temperature precisely, and controls the number of air exchanges precisely as well. So we've significant investments to prevent surgical site infections. The other thing you'll note about this room is its size. It's a fairly large room. We have currently 3 operating rooms of varying sizes. And as you can imagine, particularly orthopedics is a good example. There's lots of staff, there's lots of equipment. And as a result of that, orthopedic cases can't be done in every room, and so it limits access and creates issues for the surgeons and staff. So each one of these rooms are built the same in size and scale. The other thing that's important to that, although Lakes Regional doesn't have immediate plans to add this, robotic surgery is really growing in its use and acceptance in this country, and as that growth and use of robotics continues, we wanted to be in a position to be able to add a robot to any one of these operating rooms. So this room is also designed to accommodate a robot. As I said, we currently have 3 operating rooms. This will give us 4 with capacity for a 5th. If at some point in time we need to remove that exterior wall, we'd be in a position to do that, to add a 5th. The other thing that's sort of, again, attention to detail in this room, you'll see in the operating rooms, you can't see this, but in this back wall, there are actually windows, and so natural lighting getting pushed as far into the facility as we can is very important, both for the surgeons, the staff, and the patient. The other piece, the floor that I am standing on is called a cork rubber floor, and this floor was designed specifically to take some of the tension off of the staff and prevent fatigue for people that are standing for long periods of time. The other thing that you'll note, you can see many things hanging from the ceiling. By today's standards, most surgical equipment is attached to a boom of some kind. In our current surgery area, the infrastructure of that building will not support the use of booms, and so we have wires and tubing and other things that go across the floor, and this really removes that issue and allows us to expand and contract equipment and monitors as needed.